A 15-gun salute will be rendered in honor of Lieutenant General Barrett. By his own gracious request, General George has deferred these honors to her that she may be recognized with distinction. Salute by cannon or artillery is a military tradition that originated in the 14th century. The purpose of the gun salute is to render honors to the recipient, showing a sign of respect and trust. The salute is always in odd numbers, and the number of guns depends upon the rank of the individual being honored. Please remain standing for the rendering of honors, the national anthem, and the invocation delivered by the ARCYBER Command Chaplain, Colonel Matthew Spracher.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today with gratitude in our hearts for all of the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Your word tells us that every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights. I thank you for the outstanding leadership and care that Lieutenant General Maria Barrett and her family have provided the soldiers, civilians, and families of U.S. Army Cyber Command. Their time here at Fort Gordon is ending, and they are moving to new places that you have called them. We ask that you keep your hand of grace upon them as they transition to a new phase of life. I thank you for continuing to bless U.S. Army Cyber Command with great leadership. As Lieutenant General Christopher Eubank assumes command today, grant abundant blessings upon him and his family. I ask that you give him wisdom to understand the complex and always know the truth, the courage to weather every storm with integrity and always choose the right, the strength to finish every task with excellence, and the compassion needed to lead soldiers and families during this time of uncertainty. I ask your blessings for the men and the women of the U.S. Army Cyber Command, as well as their families. May your strength enable us to protect others. May your providence keep us safe from harm. And may your presence turn our hearts towards you. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, a canister is being presented to Lieutenant General Eubank, signifying the first round fired during the ARCYBER Change of Command. Representing the soldiers and families of the United States Army Cyber Command, Chief Warrant Officer 4, Eva Lucas Del Silva, is presenting a gift to Mr. Brian Barrett, a tradition symbolizing the appreciation for his support and contributions to the soldiers and families of ARCYBER. Major William Kennedy is presenting yellow rosebuds to Ms. Kimberly Eubank. And also a bouquet to Ms. Emerson Eubank. signifying their new beginnings and welcoming them to the ARCYBER Command family. The change of command is a time-honored tradition that runs deep in symbolism and heritage. In times past, the colors were an actual rallying point for troops in battle. In many ways, unit colors provide the same purpose today, to draw soldiers together for a common action. A unit relies upon this unity and loyalty of its members for success either in battle or garrison. The colors are the visible symbol of that unity and loyalty. The command sergeant major is the custodian of the colors. When the colors are not displayed for the commander, they are in the care of the command sergeant major. Command Sergeant Major Heisey will now pass the Army Cyber Command colors to Lieutenant General Barrett. Lieutenant General Barrett will pass the colors to General George, relinquishing command. General George will pass the colors to Lieutenant General Eubank, officially charging him with his new responsibilities. Under the provisions of Army Regulation 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the United States Army Cyber Command, effective 3 December 2025. Signed, Christopher L. Eubank, Lieutenant General, commanding. Lieutenant General Eubank will pass the colors back to Command Sergeant Major Heisey, again entrusting him with the care of the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, the 41st Chief of Staff of the Army, General Randy A. George.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I was assured when I was up here and I was hearing that list, again, second time I've heard that list, that somebody is watching our network. We got somebody out there doing that. So I want to start here. I would like the second row to stand up here, that all our local, I know we got our mayor here, all our state, local, and national, representing our national leaders that are here, and all that you do for our soldiers and families here local and making Fort Gordon a great place. I know people like to come down here, and I know it's a lot more than just about the work that they do down here. So big round of applause for all of them, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, like I said, it's great to be at Fort Gordon, and as an infantryman, I can appreciate anyone that throws words like pivot, training, cluster, and mapping into regular conversation, even if you aren't actually talking about maneuver, and I know that happens down here. Like I said earlier to the other group, these days nerd is a term of endearment, and I can say without a doubt that there are a lot of nerds at Fort Gordon, and we are grateful for all of you. Command and control is at the heart of everything we do, and C2 is the business of this team. We are in what I think is the most complex and volatile time that I've seen in my Army career. There's unparalleled cooperation between adversaries, crises, and conflicts simmering across the globe, and we are in an era where civilian technology is evolving more rapidly than defense technology, and that tech has battlefield applications. Our enemies are learning fast and adapting every day. We must adapt faster. This team here at Fort Gordon gets it. You are all engaged in operations and defending our Army every minute of every day in a battle space that's high stakes and largely unseen. For you all, continuous transformation is almost second nature, because accomplishing your mission means moving out faster than doctrine, faster than structure, faster than acquisition. And innovation that happens here transforms the rest of the Army too. You are helping us become more data-centric so we can sense, decide, and act rapidly and at the pace of battle. And you are helping us smartly and effectively incorporate AI, across the digital battle space. I firmly believe that in the future, organizations will either be AI-enabled or non-functional and out of business. And you all are going to help make sure our Army is the former. Some very impressive accomplishments by this ARCYBER team in the last few years, and I was talking with Maria, there's unfortunately only a few of them that I can suggest. We'd probably have to go in a different space to talk about all that this organization does on a daily basis. But we're now piloting Panopticon Junction. Did I get that right, Maria? Close. Designed to detect malware and threats and identify system vulnerabilities. We've got Ghost Crew, which enables red team operatives to find mission vulnerabilities and predict attack paths. And this command is pushing EW and cyber capability to the tactical edge with the 11th Cyber Battalion and its expeditionary SEMA teams. What you all are doing at Echelon to improve planning and synchronize effects is making our fighting formations more lethal and more survivable. And we're all, and I know I am incredibly proud of what this team continues to accomplish. Maria, thank you for your leadership. You have poured your heart into our Army for 37 years and impacted generations of thinkers, innovators, and leaders. You are super smart, an absolute expert at your craft, a professional to emulate, and a leader who cares about the people you lead. How about a big round of applause for the great Lieutenant General Maria Barrett. I also want to thank Brian. That box that came to him had a big puffy jacket in it because they're getting ready to move up to Boston, and he might need that up there. But Brian, I want to thank you for your years of service and for being a strong teammate to Maria. I know that the Army has enjoyed a twofer with you all when it comes to signal expertise. Thanks also for all you've done to support our soldiers and families through the years. We wish you both the best of luck in retirement up in Boston. And it's a good year to go up there. Patriots are looking pretty tough on the football field. Chris, I look forward to seeing what you and the team accomplish over these next several years. You are a visionary person who can see clearly challenges beyond the next ridgeline and a way forward through them. Army Cyber Command, thanks for the work you all do. Before I close, I want to put to you a challenge as we get ready to move into a new year and a new commander. First, stay connected with your warfighting teammates across branches and around the Army. We all play a different role in the challenges ahead. Help ensure that our tactical edge is sharp and our digital foundation is strong. Second, keep driving to deliver options to commanders. Cyber and EW is as much a part of the future fight as fires and maneuver, and some would argue that that's tilting definitely towards cyber and EW. Third, use your problem-solving acumen to help us cut through process and streamline decision-making. You all understand what fast looks like. Share that experience across the force. Finally, teach, coach, and mentor the next generation of cyber leaders. We need the best digital warriors in our formation, and I will tell you from all the meetings that we're having, that's definitely going to be a growth industry in what we're doing and how we need to populate that across our formation. Again, I'm proud to serve with you all. Thanks for all that you guys do on a daily basis. I do think you guys are unsung heroes in all that you're doing day in and day out, so big thanks to all of you. This will defend.
The former U.S. Army Cyber Command Commanding General, Lieutenant General Maria B. Barrett.
A little shorter. Welcome, everybody, especially those who had to travel today. I know that doing traveling at this time of year right after Thanksgiving and during the Christmas holidays, and I'm not sure all the airlines have rebounded yet, but thank you for making the journey here to recognize really what is a celebration of the command. I've been asked if I'm excited for today or sad or nervous and what's next. The only feeling I can honestly tell you I have, and the first one that comes to mind, is gratitude. Gratitude to wear this uniform, to be a soldier, and to command this organization. I have gratitude for a lot of people that I've met along my journey, and I'll start off with my bosses, General George and Lieutenant General Hartman. Huge thanks to you for your guidance and also your predecessors for trusting me with this command and this really awesome mission. I also want to thank Lieutenant General Fogarty for setting the standard for selfless, seamless transitions. I couldn't have asked for a better one. My partners at CCOE, Stanton and Janovic, where are you at? We couldn't do it without you generating the force that we use and thinking about how best to train our soldiers. My fellow Cyber Command commanders, Department of War, Cyber Defense Command, Cyber National Mission Force, service commanders, past and present, almost to a person, our paths crossed at Cyber Command before we assumed these commands. Not quite plank holders, but the first to walk on the deck laid by them. Those relationships were real, a shared experience of maturing operations in this domain, relationships that made it easy to pick up the phone and talk to each other. Gratitude. Other partners and friends, past and present leadership of the G2, INSCOM, G6, CIO, Office of the PCA, G357, USASOC, SMDC, FBI, Secret Service, NSA, Cyber Command staff, and so many others. Thank you. The entire ARCYBER family, staff and subordinate commanders, and headquarters leaders. My wingman in command, Deputy to the CG, Ron Pontius and Jeff Jones, and then Command Sergeant Majors Nichols and Heisey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are fantastic. I could not have done this without you. For the team who put together this week's events, it reflects sage pre-planning, and I'm very grateful we didn't have to do this during a furlough. To Brian and my family, most of who could not be here today, ever so supportive of the path that we chose, tolerating our absences through normal but not insignificant ups and downs of family life. To my sister Paula and her husband Henry, thanks for the laughs, the shelter, the Thanksgivings, the phone calls, the texts of mutual understanding and support. My husband Brian, I can't forget this. I actually forgot this during my promotion 3.5 years ago. We started our journey here 37 years ago as lieutenants in the basic course, and we never looked back. Thanks for being my open source guy and waking me up at 3 o'clock, alerting me to a BBC alert regarding a major cyber event, so I could just be on top of it and harass the Ops Center. You can wait to let me know about those things now. And I know you are looking forward to getting a post-7 a.m. gym buddy. I am grateful for the amazing team at Army Cyber and everything that they have done. And as the chief already said, you really, either you can't talk about it or the list is too long. We'd like to think about what we do in terms of operate, defend, attack, influence, and inform. For the operate part, I'm looking straight at NetCom. Thank you for everything you've done with continuous transformation, hundreds of actions that you take daily to secure the Army's network, hidden from the eyes of the rest of the Army and its 1 million users. You do glove saves every single day, and you make it look easy, and I know it is not. And thanks for making the network and systems work for warfighters and business operations alike in our Army. I look forward to seeing everything that is on the horizon and how you're shaping it. For the defend capability that we deliver, evolution of defense or cyberspace operations and the methodology we use has been absolutely amazing to watch. The team here has absolutely set a course leading the way in Cyber Command and how we train our people and leverage data to find sophisticated adversaries, laying the foundation for the adoption of AI to defend against and pursue those same adversaries. In the attack realm, CENTCOM has always kept us busy, and the past 3 years has been no exception. You contributed to the forced protection of U.S. troops in the aftermath of October 7th, and then the 12-day war, avoiding conflict with Iran. The ability to reload the magazine in a way that would have been hard to imagine 10 years ago. You're innovating at the edge. I will miss my trips to the JMOC to see how fast the team is moving. And as if that wasn't enough, you got to tutor Northcom on what integrating cyberspace operations looks like into their operations. And you pivoted to a brand new mission while maintaining the CENTCOM mission. Our lab, in concert with partners from CCOM, C5ISR, PM EST, and the CCOE, evolving the application of EW from the edge to the enterprise, and believing in the outcomes of the triad, combining unique capabilities and authorities for greater effect in the future. We get to influence the orderly inactivation of first IO, enabling the activation of second theater information advantage attachment. You made it look easy when I know it wasn't. And on the inform front, for all the intel professionals in Army Cyber and the CMIG, pushing all the ints to enable the mission, pushing the adoption of the Army's intel and data platform to present and share rapidly our insights, collaborating and earning recognition within the IC and interagency to alerting of growing cyber threats in our homeland. This is all underpinned by a village, not just of the technical people, but a village of experts in the command. It's the lawyers, it's the force manager, it's the ORSs, it's the G1. The village enabled us to achieve the vision of infusing our mission with AI capabilities, a glimmer just 3 years ago. Capabilities that range from high-end mission applications to those who improve the effectiveness of the staff. 3.5 years ago, we said in our vision, we set out to be a data-centric command. The foundations were already in place with our big data platform, but we knew we needed to keep pressing faster. Our journey with data, we moved from probably less than middle-of-the-road maturity to completing the implementation of a common data schema across a heterogeneous global infrastructure. Not easy, but absolutely essential. And on the readiness front, the work of my predecessors set the conditions. General Nakasone set out some very high goals, and we were able to achieve those goals in a short period of time while also building new teams and an expeditionary battalion. We've increased the number of seniors and masters, absolutely essential for the threats that the chief described. We've pushed on the number of operations that we are doing, but there have been also other contributors to readiness. And it's that village again. Better incentive pay programs and talent management initiatives. And just enough systems and processes to achieve and maintain real gains, but so not so much that it squelches innovation. And lastly, there's the people. The accomplishments of this command aside, it is the people and the manner in which they have accomplished these things, how they persevered, how they've matured operations in this domain, that I absolutely will miss. This is the team that you want to tackle hard problems with. Mission pivots and surges, they just say, send me in, coach. New threats, old threats, hurricane, no problem. We look at every new challenge or emerging mission as an opportunity to win in the turns. And so my charge to you today, if I can still give you one more piece of guidance, is change or be changed, continue to adapt. We live in a domain already contested and must never be complacent. Innovate not just technically, but be willing to challenge the assumptions of our processes and structure. Cultivate that culture of innovation, and especially at the edge. Embrace positive friction. Stay focused on the mission. For General Eubank, Chris, you inherit an amazing command with amazing people who I know will continue to do amazing things for our Army, for Cyber Command, and for the Joint Force, and ultimately our nation. I look forward to seeing where you take Army Cyber. And in closing, in case I haven't already mentioned it, I'm still grateful. If you can bear with me, a few more thanks to people and the wisdom imparted to me, which were foundational to how I've led. Seeds planted by my parents. My mother, religious, didn't wear her religion on her sleeve. She imbued in me, you don't tell people your values, you show them by your example. My dad, an elementary school principal, known for greeting the kids at getting on and off the bus every day, he saw each and every individual. General Nakasone had a familiar refrain, assume noble intentions. Other pearls shared by so many, regardless of rank, you were all mentors to me. You shared the importance of being the same to everyone, that success is in optimizing everyone's potential. Praise in public, counsel in private. Say please and thank you often. Be present and make every day count. Cleaning out my office, I had an opportunity to reflect on 3.5 years of mission. People have asked me if I'll miss it, or if I'm ready. Two seemingly diametrically opposed questions. Oddly, this is a case where both things can be true. I will miss it deeply, but Brian and I are ready for a change of mission. I'm thinking of a Greek proverb. A society grows great when old men plant trees in whose shade they will never sit. My parents planted a tree seed. Everyone along the way nurtured it, and it is my sincere hope that I return that gift by planting more trees, under which I will never sit. Cyber ready, cyber strong, this will defend.
The U.S. Army Cyber Command Commanding General, Lieutenant General Christopher L. Eubank.
General George, General Hartman, distinguished guests, friends, family, fellow soldiers, our cyber teammates, thank you for being here today to support the U.S. Army Cyber Command during this time of transition. General George, Lieutenant General Hartman, thank you and Secretary Driscoll for your confidence in me to lead this great Army warfighting organization. I'm honored to have been chosen to lead this organization that sits at the tip of the spear in the cyber warfare domain. I do not take this responsibility lightly, and I look forward to ensuring the command continues to deliver the effects that you and the warfighters need. Lieutenant General Barrett, ma'am, thank you once again for a great transition, and this time I did not need 10 months. Thank you for also handing off a command that is in a great place. I will do my best to carry on what you have started while continuing to push the command in support of the Army's transformation. Kim and I wish you and Brian all the best in the next chapter, and thank you for years of friendship and support. To my family, thank you again for all the support over the years. I said what needed to be said during my remarks at the promotion ceremony. To Kim and Emerson, thank you for supporting me and allowing me to be part of the Army family. To the state and Greater Augusta community leadership, Kim and I are very happy to be back at Fort Gordon. We look forward to continuing the relationship between ARCYBER and the CSRA and the states of Georgia and South Carolina. To ARCYBER, I'm truly excited to be back as a part of this professional team of warriors. I believe that in the cyberspace domain, we are in constant contact with our adversaries. We must be ready when called upon to fight and win through the cyberspace domain, enabling the U.S. Army to establish dominance in the land domain, whenever and wherever needed, around the globe and in defense of the homeland. Your abilities are unmatched, and I'm in awe of what you do every day. I'm confident that you will continue to operate, defend, attack, inform, and influence when called upon without fail. I will give you 100% every day so that you have what you need to ensure mission success. Finally, to the team that put today and this week together, thank you for your hard work and dedication. It made things easy. All policies and procedures remain in effect. Cyber ready, cyber strong. This will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of the colors and remain standing for the playing of the Army song. This concludes today's ceremony. We invite you to extend your congratulations to Lieutenant General Barrett and Mr. Barrett in the front of the room. Following this, Lieutenant General Eubank will host a reception in the Cedar Room. Thank you for joining us for today's events. Army strong, be all you can be.